What's going on, everybody? Car Vlog, so you already know where I'm at. On the way to work. Hope you guys are good. God bless you guys. Remember, I love you, God love you, Christ loves you. Thankful for everything that is coming between this channel and my wrestling company and stuff. So I want to thank God for that, but also just give him reverence for being who he is over what he actually provides for us. I thank him for leaving us a word to read and follow and understand true meaning of salvation, grace, and mercy through not only just using Christ, but using other people as well, people who felt like they weren't even called. So always remember that, and God bless. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the C3 Ultimate Wrestling YouTube channel as well. Last night on the way home, I reviewed AEW Revolution 2023. Check it out, leave comments and things like that. I did make a mistake. I did forget to include Danhausen and Orange Cassidy in that fatal four-way tag match. They didn't win, but still, I just want to say that too. But we are going to talk about MJF, MF and MJF. That dude, I think he made a lot of believers last night. I know a lot of people were upset with this title reign. A lot of people did not like that he didn't wrestle a lot. All he did was talk. A lot of people didn't like because they felt like his character was stale because he kept doing it. And to me, I enjoyed it because I am a sucker for old school stuff. You know, back in the day, heels, especially champs, didn't have to wrestle because they didn't want to. That's what they're alluding to, so they can keep the belt. Do you get what I'm saying? Faces, good guys, on the other hand, they want to be a fighting champion for the most part. They want to go against the best people and stuff like that. So, you know, my take on it was, one complaint that I did have about MJF and his title run was that the obstacles to get to him. Like, if they did that first when he won the championship, that was one thing. But then Cody did it, Wardlow did it, Jericho did it, and now Bryan Danielson, he did it. So it was like, to me, that's the aspect that was stale, was going through the hurdles. I mean, even Ricky Starks did the same thing, going through hurdles to finally go against Jericho for a second time. You know, some things you can do, you can rehash some things, you can reboot things, and then you can make it work. But then when you use it at a certain time period over and over and over, you get tired of it. You know, a lot of people have mixed feelings about Jericho because of the things that he do. Some things hit and some things miss. But going back to MJF, I think MJF wrestling for an hour and then wrestling for a little bit more for the sudden death showed a lot of people that he is a great wrestler. I think he is a phenomenal wrestler. When I first seen him on AEW and stuff like that and seen his stuff, I was like, okay, this guy is a wrestler. This guy can wrestle. This guy is awesome. This guy is dope. And I truly happy to see that match was good. Like I said, if I had to recommend any match, I would recommend that main event. I recommend you watch it on an off day or early in the morning before you go to work. But it was a great match. The psychology was there. It was awesome. Pinfalls were clever. Submissions were clever. And everything was good. So shout out to Bryan Danielson as well. But I think MJF, like, I was watching it, and I was listening to people talk about it. And a lot of people were like, man, well, a few people, they were like, I'm a believer now, because a lot of people, they felt that MJF wasn't that special. I think MJF made a lot of people realize that AEW has done a great job of putting a belt on him. So what do we do moving forward for MJF? I just say, just continue to let him be who he is. You get what I'm saying? Now you can say that I wrestled for an hour. A lot of people, because he speaks about people on the internet, a lot of people said he didn't wrestle for a long time and things like that. He gave you guys an hour, and it's one of the best matches of all time to some people. And some people even saying it's the best Iron Man match. You get what I'm saying? Jury's still out there for me on that aspect. But still, so I don't think he needs to wrestle every day. I don't think he has to prove anything else. The guy's a promo guy. The guy talk. And a lot of people say, oh, well, I hate that he always does the same thing. And I'm like, you know, wrestling kind of consists of the same thing. It's just you have to make your own spin to it, and you don't make it obvious that you're mimicking people. You know, a lot of people compare him to The Miz. A lot of people compare him to Piper and things like that. But still, he puts his own twist to his own character, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see similarities. You know, I wear a cape and stuff like that. Sometimes I wear green. And despite that, I have dreadlocks. And I remember some people used to call me Kofi or something like that. And then when I used to wear fringes like Macho Man, they were saying, oh, you trying to be like Macho Man. So these are the kind of things that do happen. I spoke about this last night even on the live. But as a heel, a bad guy shouldn't want to wrestle every week and stuff like that. I think a lot of us got spoiled with the independence, with certain things. Seeing heels is everywhere because heels can go to other companies, be heels, be whatever they want, and they can wrestle. But I do think that they are doing a great job. I do think now with what's going forward, because I don't think they should revisit Bryan Danielson and MJF until another time. I don't think this is the time to go back into it because y'all just had a big match like this. So now you have people you could revisit at the time. Ricky Starks, you could revisit. You could do Adam Page. You could do oh no, I just had one. Ricky Starks, Adam Page. I talked about it last night. You could do a few more things. You can do a lot. You can do a lot. You can even throw Adam Cole in it if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Can't believe I forgot the other person that I was thinking about. But you could throw certain people in there. It's just, unpredictable. That's one of the things that I did like about wrestling at one point was that it was very unpredictable. And to me, I think this guy showed that he is a main eventer. He is a superb wrestler. He may be one of the best wrestlers that they have. I'm not big on the elite. Y'all know that. So when people say Kenny Omega, I'll be like, all right, now I can't even listen to you no more. But I think that MJF is a person that takes professional wrestling very serious, sometimes too serious with some of the things that he do. Now there's rumors that he poured liquor on the child, that was legit, that wasn't part of the show. I don't know. But before that, there's compilations of him making fun of people who are disabled, people who certain things, kids, children, and stuff like that. So this is what people like about him. Not saying that it's okay to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? But I think AEW, like I said, Revolution was a great show. And I think the main event was a cap off. Like I said, I didn't want to watch the mug. At first, I didn't even really want to watch it. But I was like, oh man, an hour of them wrestling. But AEW did a great job because they did not keep the timer on during the whole match. I think that's what would have made the match drag for people, honestly. They put on, and I think that was great to put it on like every few minutes or whatever like that, not keeping it down because the match went by so fast. But I think MJF going against a guy that everyone considers the best wrestler and having a great match like that, it's MJF's time. So we'll see what's going to happen in this year. Hopefully this is a step in the positive direction in the company of AEW for the championships and with certain things and everything because a lot of them put on. Minimize the blood on TV, maximize it on pay-per-view. Special matches on pay-per-view. Stop having it. I understand that you only have like pay-per-views every 3 to 4 months, but still, minimize that. This is what makes MJF special. I think even last night showed how special MJF is. Oh, I don't need to wrestle every week like everybody else because everybody's talking about this. What do you guys think? Are you guys sold on MJF? Were you already sold on MJF? What do you guys think? I think 2023 is going to be a great year for that guy, and hopefully they actually put the company on his back and watch him do numbers. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.